Good morning, guys. I'm standing on the shores of the South Pacific, standing on the East Coast this time. I got some waves rolling in, and yeah, this is a very, very flat beach. You can see the wet water sand behind me. And the waves just keep on rolling in. I mean, from where they're crashing, and now you got a wave coming in. So yeah, very, very flat sand beach here. Pretty sweet to wake up every morning and stuff like this to look at, you know. Mountains, ocean views. Just another day at the office. All right, let's touch the water, shall we? There we go. Touch the Pacific Ocean, South Pacific Ocean. All right, I gotta get back to the trailer. I got dishes to do. Come on, woman.
Oh my god, that's lots of fun!
Did you enjoy that?
Yes, I did!
You gonna do it again?
I don't know yet.
Don't fall, I'm recording you now.
Yeah, I know.
Sorry if that was a little shaky because I'm kind of on them too. Yes, please.
I love this playground. Why couldn't they have something like this when we were kids?
Okay, we're just been walking around the streets trying to find things to do. So we're getting over to Steampunk, and we are at the Whitestone City. It's kind of like a historical museum type of a thing. Yeah, so we're just going to look around. They said basically you can play with everything, you can touch anything, take as many photos and pictures as we want. We're even going to ride the little carousel back here at some point. But he said right now we should start in the back and work our way forward. So we're going to go back there and start.
All right, Mark's gonna try some stilts.
I've never been good at these.
You're very good. Oh, you've got the right position anyway. So good on you. Got it under your arms. Yeah, hang on.
Okay, take two.
Just standing a long way away.
If I fall over, I fall a long ways forward. Slipped out of my hand.
Done?
Done.
Where are you from with this thing? And then up you jump.
Jump is the word.
Right. Yes, there we go. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Whoa. Right, yeah. No, it's fine. We'll just get a stick. There is a stick. I go up on there and then just put your left foot across the left strip.
Much better.
There we go.
Thank you so much.
And we remove the evidence so nobody knows. Okay.
I have my phone in my pocket.
Okay, you grab your phone and put it in. And you've got to be sitting up nice and straight so we can take it. There we go, you're off to town. Doesn't take very long. You have a failed attempt at that time.
Okay, here. I'll set it up for you.
I think it might take the ones that... Yeah, I know, it should be fine.
This is not at all like playing the piano in the other place.
Keep going. Keep going.
Pull the lever, crap.
So this has been pretty cool. I mean, it's basically like old junk stuff that is refurbished and put into, you know, like little pieces of art and stuff like that. It's really quite cool.
Kidney candy store.
Vroom, vroom. I need a vroom vroom noisemaker.
You got one. It's called your mouth.
So we've had our day in Oamaru, and we come back down, of course, as you guys know. And what did we do today?
We did the farmer's market, which was kind of small. Really only 1 block long. Barely even 1 block long.
It was more in a parking lot.
Yeah, it was.
I mean, it went down both sides of the parking lot and then around the back far edge of the parking lot. I would say maybe 20 booths, tops.
Tops. Absolute tops, yeah.
Yeah. Anywhere between 16 and 20 would be my guess.
And we had a snack of, it was an apple maple
It was called an apple roll.
apple roll.
And what this person has done is they took just sliced apples, rolled it up in regular white bread,
Right.
and buttered it, put it in a panini press, and then when it was all toasty and hot, they took it out, poured maple syrup on it, and whipped cream. Oh, that was good.
It was really
good. I mean, as simple as it was, God, that was really good. I don't know what kind of apple she used either.
Honestly, I think it was the maple syrup that made the dish. I don't normally like, well, you know, maple syrup is okay. It's not at the top of my list. But
real maple syrup is good.
that maple syrup is excellent.
Yeah, I think she was using real maple syrup,
Yes.
not some corn syrup
Artificially
wannabe.
flavored.
Yeah. And then I went down to another booth and I grabbed a egg, bacon, and cheese pie.
With potatoes.
Yeah, it had potatoes and stuff in it. It had a little bit of herbage in there. I couldn't decipher the herbage. It was a mix of some sort. But man, that was really good too.
He liked it. It was okay. It was food.
Yeah.
It's not something I would have picked.
Yeah, my breakfast at camp this morning was just a couple of muffins. And let's see, after we got done
At the farmer's market.
at the farmer's market, there was a little side street down there. It's like, well, let's just walk down the side street and see what's down there. You know, there are signs and stuff for stores and shops, and let's just go see what there is. And what did we find?
A lot of like secondhand shops for clothing and books and little arts and craftsy type stores. And then we wandered into this place called the Whitestone City. I thought it was going to be like an antique store. It turned out to be an interactive museum. It was awesome.
Yeah, most of the times when you get into a museum, it's look at it, don't touch it, you know, don't sneeze on it, don't do anything to it, leave it alone.
Don't photograph
Yeah,
it.
don't take pictures. This guy's like, touch things, play with things, do whatever you want. You know, we got games, we got puzzles, we got stuff over here, we can do this, we can do...
There was a merry-go-round sort of thing that we rode.
Yeah. We were on a merry-go-round with bikes on it. It had those big front-wheeled bikes on it, and we weren't turning the merry-go-round, but it just spun around, and then you could pedal the bike if you wanted to.
We actually had the option, if we had paid a bit more, we could have dressed up in costume and had a guided tour.
I tried walking on stilts.
He got one step on each stilt and fell off. I didn't even try because I knew it would be bad.
I mean, there were a couple other little places. There was a bar scene laid out there, and they had bar games. And we played a couple of games, and I whooped her ass at checkers. And
She didn't even finish the game because I knew he was going to.
She was losing so bad. She's like,
do we have to
play
finish it? To the bitter end?
And then they also had a little schoolroom setting.
So I played with a real fountain pen.
Yeah, dipped it in the ink, and she was doing a little scripting.
It was almost calligraphy. It really was.
And then we left that place, and we just kind of walked down. And it's like, well, let's try to find this other place. We were actually going to, it's called Steampunk HQ.
Also another interactive museum.
Yeah, but very steampunk, art-driven stuff. I mean, this, there's nothing functional about the stuff that's out there.
It was functional, but not functional the way the parts were designed to be functional.
Well, right. I mean, they'll have interactive parts. You might be able to pull a lever and turn on some lights. They had like an organ set up. Like an old air organ that's in an old church. Yeah, an old pipe organ. But you push the buttons, and the buttons don't go through the pipes at all. It's like weird sounds and stuff like that. Push down one button, it plays half of a song. I think it was half a Mozart.
And fugue.
Yeah.
There were a couple people talking under a couple other buttons. There was a cuckoo clock under another one.
Yeah.
That was a lot of fun.
So yeah, you get up there and you think that you need to pump the air pedals and stuff like that, and then you're going to hit the notes and play, hit the keys and make actual note sounds, but all of a sudden you just get these type sounds. And it's like, what the hell? Jenna was actually getting her fingers ready. She was going to play a little something. And yeah, I was like, just all these other shit sounds coming out of it. But there were some pretty cool sculptures there.
Yeah, there was a crab and there was a frog. There was actually an ape up high in a corner.
They had an ape on a car. They had a big sailing boat in there, and that was all done up.
Of that, unless, I don't know if you did.
Then we found the Doomsday Clock. It says this goes off the Doomsday Clock was set on the Mayan calendar, so every 74 hours it resets.
74 minutes.
Oh, 74 minutes, that's right. And then it's supposed to reset, and I don't know if it actually does anything or not, but we were going to sit there for over an hour waiting to see, so.
Oh, they had this one room called the Portal.
Oh, the Portal was awesome.
That was cool.
I took video during the Portal, yeah. Basically, all it is a string of lights that are coming down from ceiling to floor, but then the floor and ceiling are all covered with mirrors.
And all the walls. So all six sides around you, it's all mirrors.
Yeah, it's really a cool experience. They change colors, they flash and do other things. There's a little bit of a music that plays. It was, I think, the best thing about that whole museum. I really think so.
Oh, but you forgot about the motorcycle. I forgot about the giant motorcycle.
I think that room was better than the giant motorcycle. I enjoyed it that much.
Really?
Yes.
Cool.
But yeah, we went outside. They have a courtyard. They have bigger things out there, more things out there. They have like an old train car that's all set up and decorated and stuff. There was supposed to be what's called the white room in the train car, but that wasn't working today. I'm taking it as probably strobes and a lot of bright lights and stuff like that, but that's kind of a guess. But yeah, they had this big motorcycle, that was built out of tractor parts. So the front and rear tire of the motorcycle are actually rear tractor tires, so they're really big. You know, but it was kind of cool. I liked it a lot.
Yeah, we had a lot of fun.
Yeah. Went literally across the street to Star and
Garter?
Yeah, Star and Garter for lunch. And I had my first lamb shank.
We've been here for 3 weeks and he hasn't had much lamb.
Yeah,
Sheep outnumber people.
Yeah, there are 4 times as many sheep in this country than there are people. So I finally broke down and ordered a lamb shank, and man, was that good.
Was good.
That was a really good one. Jen ordered chicken enchiladas.
No, just one.
We're in New Zealand. She orders Mexican. It's like, really?
It was a creamy chicken and mushroom enchilada. It was really good. I enjoyed it.
Okay, so now that we're done in Oamaru,
there you go.
we are heading north to Christchurch. We're just going to go up there. We're going to get into a pay-for camping site tonight.
Have some leftovers for supper because I can never finish a meal here.
Yeah, she's got like 3 meals sitting in the refrigerator that we got to eat. So we're just going to fire up the oven and I think just heat them up.
And the microwave, since we're going to be in
we got the microwave too.
So electric site.
But I think she's got her leftover enchilada from lunch today, which is all wrapped up with foil. I think that would heat up really good in the oven.
Actually, it probably would.
And she's also got some leftover fish from a fish and chips. So
from Morokai Boulders.
Yeah, so I think that would heat up really well in the oven as well.
And we have more tip for that as well.
Right.
And then we
had some chicken, like a creamy chicken fettuccine type of a dish that we made a few nights back.
Right.
And we're going to heat that up. We'll just heat that up in the microwave. So I think that gets you caught up on everything that we've done today.
Yeah.
And like I said, we're just heading to Christchurch. We're just going to get into our site tonight, and we'll
take it easy.
Yeah, take it easy. Maybe sit down and figure out things to do tomorrow in Christchurch. I know they got a gondola system. I'd like to do that because we didn't do it in Queenstown. But then a lady was saying, "Oh, we went to the whiskey."
Oh, the whiskey.
I've got whiskey. And I chose one called Double Wood. And it's basically a double-aged whiskey. And I think the second aging is actually in a wine barrel.
Yes.
And so, yeah, it kind of has a reddish tint to the whiskey. Oh man, I took my sip of that and said, "Oh yeah, I had to buy a bottle."
He said, "Oh, how?"
I did. The lady's like, "Oh, you don't like that one?" It's like, no, that's not what that meant. But like I said, I just bought a small bottle. I think it's like
200 mLs.
200.
That looks about the size to me.
So I'll share some with my father-in-law Bruce. I'm going to give some to my best friend Berto.
And then it'll be gone.
Yeah. But it's good. It really is. It's really good. We dined al fresco tonight. Just a beautiful night today. It's close to like 70 degrees. Very slight breeze just blowing through. It's really nice. It really is. This is a wonderful little camper park. Very tight though. That's not our camper. Ours is right next to it. And there's still a spot between this and this table. All right. That thing's loud. Turning me off. Hey guys, we are in Christchurch this morning, and what are we doing?
We're gonna go see Botanical Gardens here in Christchurch. They do have pay-for tours. We're just gonna wander through on our own and do it for free.
What else are we gonna do today?
possibly the gondola and or the museum and or the art gallery.
Well, we're going to go through the, one of several rose gardens that they have at the Botanical Gardens, but it's just so early that there's really nothing blooming yet. But you can kind of get a sense of what it's going to look like when everything is in bloom. Now, what's so funny, dear? What are you laughing at?
So there's a male duck and 2 female ducks down there, and I'm just recalling a conversation we had, or that some stuff you said last time we saw a group of ducks like this. This is the male duck talking. I have a shiny green head. You have kids with me. Your kids can have shiny green heads like mine.
She's been laughing about that for days now, guys, just to let you know. Okay, so we are still in the Botanical Gardens, and Jen found something that's listed as the first tree. So let's go take a look at it. I need you to tell me what the hell we're doing.
Oh, so we are challenging Mark this afternoon, and we are riding the gondola up one of the sides of the...
Yeah, right now it's not too bad. The ground's like right there, so I'm not too bad right now. It's, I don't know how high up we're going to get.
Or how steep?
Yeah. Well, the gondola stays flat, so I'm not too worried about that.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is the view that we have out here. That's Christchurch down there. and some of the surrounding territories. As you can see, we've been having some drizzly rain. It's been a pretty decent trip.
Yeah, it has been.
Today's just been a...
Make it up as we go along.
Yeah, we're in Christchurch. I asked Jen what she wanted to do today, and she's like, well, let's do the Botanical Gardens. I want to do some shopping, and that was pretty much the list. Yeah, this isn't too bad. Like I said, we're not far off the ground, so I'm happy with this. I'm very content. The lady said that we got into another section too.
Time tunnel.
Yeah, time tunnel. Don't know what that is. Guess we'll find out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we have reached the top, and we've just been looking around the gift shop for a little while, and now we're going to go down to the time tunnel experience thing, whatever it is. Okay, so we've done the time tunnel. That was kind of cool. I mean, nothing great, but it was cool. We're just going to go up the stairs, and I think there's a viewing platform or something up here. Got some Snow Peak Mountains way off in the distance. That is all Christchurch down there. And it goes out to the Pacific Ocean. Okay, so basically we're at the peninsula of Christchurch. Basically, every single one of those peaks that you see out there, all the way around this ring, have been volcanoes at one point. I'm not joking. That's what that movie was saying. It just one after another. You know, they would all have their lifetime and spent, and then another one would grow. So yeah, that's pretty impressive. Okay, so we're done at the top of the gondola, and now we're going to start our journey back down. And the wind's still blowing, and yeah, just nice views up here. Nice little gift shop up here too.
Yeah, very nice gift shop.
Yeah. There's a little sheep there.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he looks like the rocks.
Yeah. I just happened to look over and saw that it was moving. So, hon, was it worth the $30?
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah. Even that little 7-minute
Time
tunnel thing. Yeah, it was kind of cheesy at the same time, but it was fun. It was. It really was. And the views are nice. The views are really nice. So, yeah, it's worth it. All right, Jen and I are pretty much done with our day at Christchurch. There's a bit of a peninsula that sticks out. In fact, we were out here earlier when we went to the gondola, but now we're going all the way around the peninsula to our Freedom camping site, which is actually the parking lot of a bar. But the bar is also on top of a hill, so we should get some pretty decent views, but it's also cloudy tonight, so we'll see what happens. But, you know, after we went to the gondola, we went into downtown Christchurch, just kind of drove around. They had a earthquake here a few years back, probably about almost 12 years ago.
I thought it was more like 8.
Something like that, anyway. But So we just drove around to see what was left of damage and stuff. And there was a couple of buildings that you looked at it and said, yeah, it's damaged. There's another area that was all blocked off and whatnot. And you could see like the structure pillars and stuff, the supports that were coming up out of the ground and stuff.
There was one building that was all you saw was the structural internal supports with some twisted rebar at the top, and then underneath it was water.
Yeah, basically they just hadn't gotten to that one yet.
Yeah, it was fenced off with concrete. The K-rails on the divider lanes between freeway sides, sometimes they have those big, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. K-rails, yeah.
Yeah, it is K-rails. Okay, I was using the right word. It was almost like that.
But then, there are places that you could look and say, well, it's a parking lot, but you could see that there could have been a structure there at one time too, so maybe they just tore the building down and made it into a parking lot. Let's see, then after that, just driving around with Jen for a little while, just in that downtown area, and Jen's like, well, I want to do some shopping, and she wanted to go out and buy some yarn.
Some yarn.
But then we're sitting there, we get into the mall, we're already thinking, supper.
And it's only 4.
Yeah. Well, when we got in the mall, it was not even that.
Right.
By the time we got out, it was around 4. And we've been saying to each other for the past few days, it's like, we need sushi. We haven't had sushi for a little while. The sushi here is actually quite cheap compared to back home.
But we really haven't found a good place that... it seems like all the sushi we're seeing is pre-made rolls.
Yeah, they're all put in little plastic containers.
Right, and you go up to the counter and you say, I want that container. It's not really a place where you sit down and you look at the menu and you say, okay,
I want this roll, this roll, this roll, this roll, and make it.
Make me this roll fresh now, please. So we ended up going into the place with the little display and we said, I want this box and that box and that one.
Yeah, basically they had like 8 boxes. We took 6 of them. I started recording this and the road got really twisty on me. So I'm going around 20 kilometer an hour corners. That's like, 15 miles an hour. And it's just one after another. 35. I can speed up. Alright, so I'm going to concentrate on my road now, and we'll catch up to you guys once we get to I think it's called the Hilltop Tavern. Okay, so it's kind of stopped snowing, and we were just finished making up our breakfast. Got some scrambled eggs over here, coffee there, got bacon in the oven. But I figured, I'll peek my head outside and see what it's doing. I think this hilltop is the only one that has snow on it.
Well, maybe behind us there's some more.
Yeah, but everything I can see right now, it's just us. So, we'll come out here. So you can see snow over there, but then it turns green. And it goes green pretty much all the way down. And on the other side, again, there's snow up there, but then not snow, not snow, not snow, not snow. I think I do see snow far across. If you look real close, far across at the hills on the far side, there is some snow tops over there, but it's just kind of weird. You can step out here and the closest hills to me have no snow. We're the ones that have it. So I'm sure that the roads are fine. They're a little slushy still, but that's just the way it is. We're just going to sit here. We're going to eat our breakfast, give it a little time to warm up and melt off. Now I got little spots all over my glasses. All right, we'll see you guys in a bit. Okay, guys, so we got ourselves up and moving this morning. Got ourselves off that snowy mountain top, and we're heading down to the small town of Pigeon.
Pigeon Bay.
Yeah, Pigeon Bay. I don't know what's down there, but for some reason Jen wanted to go, so we're going.
Well, we haven't seen any fjords yet, and this looks like our best chance. There's possibly supposed to be some wildlife viewing down there. Maybe we can see some whales or dolphins. I don't know. It's a way to kill time. Let's do it.
Yeah, but you gotta remember, we gotta travel north to
Right.
get to our ferry, so I
Yeah.
don't know.
Tomorrow evening, we need to be camping close to Picton, or closer
Yeah.
to Picton.
Well, we are literally going to be camping just outside of the town of Picton, if not in it.
Okay, so we have at least a day and a half that is absolutely unplanned. 'Cause-
Actually, the last 2 days have been pretty much unplanned.
well, another day and a half that are absolutely unplanned.
Sorry for her voice, guys. She's been taking that puffer inhaler.
No, it's the purple. It's the round purple one.
Well, yeah, but it's an inhaler.
Yeah, it's a powder. It's got steroids in it. It's been coating my vocal cords.
Yeah.
I was taking it up to 3 times a day, which is meh. As far as the doctor's directions, I've backed off now to once a day. I do feel like the voice is a little better this morning. A smidge.
And yet she continues to talk.
That I continue to talk and rasp and sound really hoarse. I still can't sing.
Which is fine.
I like to sing. I can carry a tune in a bucket. So, yeah, it's getting a little better. Sheep. I like sheep.
Don't you just love how she gets sidetracked? She's sitting there rambling on and all of a sudden, sheep!
And lammies.
She does the same thing too, like when we're out shopping, we'll be walking around, she's like, alright, we need to go. She barely gets the sentence out of her mouth and she's already turned around looking at something else. We need to go, oh, look at that.
Okay, maybe I am a little ADD. Most of the time I can control it. Pine trees on one side, palms on the other, and it's snowing.
And raining. Yeah, that's the other thing too, it's raining up here. Do we really want to be walking around and stuff up here?
That's true. That's true.
So we'll drive through the little town and see what they have. If something interests us, we'll stop. Okay, I did something that was probably really stupid and I probably shouldn't have done it, especially in these conditions. Oh, big old bunny rabbit there.
Oh wow, yeah.
Come on. So I was just following my GPS and it told me to turn down this road. I think it was called Middle Road or something like that. And all of a sudden I started seeing signs that said that the road is only suitable for 4-wheel drive vehicles. And I just kept going forward. Yeah, I was like, how bad can it really get? Well, it turned to gravel, and the incline was pretty severe. The RV had downshifted all the way to first gear just to get up these steep incline hills. And like I said, it was gravel and stuff like that. They were very bouncy.
No place to turn around.
Yeah, almost no place I could have turned around. There are a couple of driveways or, field access points or something like that, but the main thing is I got through it. Probably stupid, but I got through it. Okay, so today's plan is nothing. We really don't have anything planned to do at all. There's nothing really in Christchurch that we want to do anymore. It's going to take us about 3 hours to drive up to our camping area for the night. We are going to stop and have lunch along the way at somewhere, don't know where. So right now we're just kind of driving around and through Christchurch and heading north. That's it. That's that's the day. We just stopped off at a New World grocery store, picked up groceries for the next few days.
Yeah.
We should be good.
We cannot stay out of the grocery store.
Well, we only buy groceries for like a day or maybe
Or
two.
Right, because we
Yeah.
don't really have any formal plans.
Right, and we don't know where we're going to be now, and we don't know what we're going to do. We don't know if we're going to eat out. And yeah, so we picked up enough food for a couple of lunches, a couple of dinners. Picked up a bagged dinner meal. Basically, they've gathered up all the ingredients and stuff, stuck it in a bag for you,
Yep.
and you pay $20 for it. But it's supposed to feed 4 people. Well, yeah.
We figure
The two of
2.5.
us can eat for 4 people. And then the other thing that we have for a dinner dish, we still have some leftover noodles.
Yep, some rotini
And
pasta.
as we've been driving around the country, occasionally we see a deer farm.
Yep,
We've probably seen 5 or 6.
I would say 4.
Okay. I would say
Well,
5.
If you count the elk, then it's 6.
Yeah, because we did see an elk farm, but then everything else has been smaller deer. And it's like, well, why don't we try New Zealand venison, see what they have at the store? And lo and behold, they had some. We found a packet, like a seasoning packet, like a McCormick's
seasoned,
type thing.
Right.
And it was for deviled sausages. All right, so we picked that up. We don't know what exactly deviled means. Jen thinks that it just means heavily seasoned, not necessarily spicy. I'm thinking it might have a little spice to it, but not bad.
I can do some spice.
And then, but then we had to buy an onion and an apple to do that. So we went over there and we bought that stuff as well.
Right. Oh, what the other ingredient listed on there was tomato sauce.
Oh yeah, ketchup. That's
ketchup,
Yeah, that's tomato sauce over here. It's not.
which we already have.
Yeah.
So there we go.
So yeah, we're all set for the next couple of days. We are going to go to our second DOC site, and that's where it's only like $8 per person per night, instead of the regular pay sites that are like $22 per person per night.
So here's Mark making supper. He's actually done a lot of cooking on this trip. Made a couple breakfasts, made a couple suppers, made a couple lunches.
Usually she makes lunches because it's usually just sandwiches and maybe a packet soup or something. All right.
Although I did help out a lot more when we had that chicken and the chicken Alfredo night.
Mm-hmm. I got the fronts blowing right on my toes. So what we're doing tonight is a little packet meal here. And we're doing deviled sausages. So it's basically just an onion, an apple, sauteed with sausage, and we're using a venison sausage that we saw at the market. And then you just saute that off for a little bit, 1.5 cups of water, and then add the seasoning packet. And now we're just going to bring this up to a boil.
So there's the deviled sausages.
Yeah, it smells good too.
It does.
Apples, onions, venison sausage.
They look like meatballs.
I cut the sausages up.
Before we cooked them.
Yeah. And then the noodles are just a spiral noodle.
Rotini pasta if you want to be fancy.
And then the green beans are in here. And once that comes up to a boil, everything should be done. Thickening up pretty good.
And my mouth is starting to water. I'm hungry and it smells really good.
I'm going to let that go for just a little while longer yet.